The great Dutch legend Johan Cruyff had once said that football is a very simple game. It's just that it's very difficult to play it simple. Now imagine the fact that you have not qualified for major tournaments in the past years, recent past years, and you have a great footballing history and then finally manage to qualify for a tournament like Euros, and then you manage to play football in the most simplest manner. So the Johan Cruyff statement, which he said that it's very difficult to play it simple, add all these extra things around, extra propositions, and then imagine how difficult was it for Italy and Netherlands to play football in the simplest of manner after suffering so many agonies in the last few years. Italy, a world champion for multiple number of times, couldn't qualify for 2018 World Cup. We could still we can memorize and still we can see those images of Gianluigi Buffon, their star goalkeeper, a World Cup winner, crying after Italy didn't make it to the World Cups. Netherlands, a team which has always enthralled world over fans all over the world with their total football, with their attacking football. Not only did they qualify for 2018 World Cup, they even couldn't qualify for 2016 Euros. And now, see the way these two teams have progressed to the round of 16 in Euro 2020. 9 points each, both teams. And Italy, 11 games unbeaten, 11 games on the trot wins with no goals conceded, 11 clean sheets. Also, 30 games unbeaten on the trot, which is almost a century-old record under Roberto Mancini. They has achieved all this. Netherlands, 10 victories in 10 qualification matches, and now 3 victories out of 3 in the group stage of Euros. That's a way to make an announcement that the footballing powerhouses have never died out. Before the start of the tournament, both these countries were billed to be dark horses. Just see what 3 group games have done. They have already become one of the favorites, or else I should say 2 of the favorites. And how did they do that? Just simple, entertaining, fast-paced, effective passing wala football. No bakwas. Italy, I'll come to Italy first. There's a history related to Italy that their defense will be very solid and they will hit on the counter attack. But this Italy team under Roberto Mancini likes to score goals. He has totally changed the outlook of the game. They totally keep possession, almost Spain-like, the golden generation of Spain, which Spain did, keeps possession, plays attacking football. Defense is also solid, but it's not like always defend. It's attack. Always they want to score goals. Their 2 wingers are beautiful. The left back, Spinazzola, what a player, always goes on the attack and tries to get crosses. On the right, there's Berardi, darting runs down the right. In the middle, there's obviously Insigne, Immobile. Verratti has come back after an injury. Then there's Locatelli. And their defense, everybody knows about their star-studded solid defense. Goalkeeper is a strong point, and Mancini has played 25 out of 26 players which are in the squads. That's also because maybe of the fact that in 1990 World Cup, when Mancini was there with the Italy team, he couldn't get even 1 minute of play for Italy, and it still hurts him. But this Italy team, almost all members barring one have got at least a few minutes. And you can see them gelling on the ground. Whenever they will get possession, they can hit you because they don't depend on any one player. It's always attacks through the wings. Also with Immobile, Verratti, Insigne, all these players can take, even Locatelli, all these players can take long ranges. That adds a totally new dimension to their attack. They are good from set pieces also. Chiellini got injured, but he scored a goal which was ruled out from a corner. Then there's Chiesa and Bernardeschi, two strikers who are sitting on the bench. So in all, they have a beautiful solid bench strength and solid attack. When a team can score goals, half of their problems will be solved, and on top of that, if you have this kind of a defense. Now let's move on to Holland or Netherlands. Their kind of football is, I can relate it to how Brazil used to play in 1998 or 2002, that during that era. It's kind of a Brazilian football, fast paced passing and quick football, one touch, two touch, effective passing football. Not too much of possession, but not too much of touches, but very good passing accuracy. And just look at the way they are scoring goals. Wijnaldum is their highest scorer with 3 goals, and he is a midfielder. Then there's Memphis Depay, who is a striker, but he is not only thinking about scoring goals, he is also thinking about providing assists. The two wings are very solid. Denzel Dumfries on the right. He is someone who can't be matched with pace. Then there's Van Aanholt on the left. Beautiful runs Van Aanholt was doing, even in the last game, where just like Italy, they changed eight players from the team which played this second game in the group. Every player which came in made an impact. And that's why if you can see their football, they always move in groups, 5-6 people going on the attack, 7 or 8 people are also joining in, and they are playing quick passing football. Yeah, North Macedonia, against them they scored 2 goals, but against them they dominated, but this is a team which can dominate any other football team in the world, because they have this intensity of going together in attack. Just imagine, nowadays it's always counter attack based football. Whenever 5-6 players go on the attack, it's always, most of the times it will be 5 versus 5 or 4 versus 5. Then there's more chances of scoring goals. And just look at their passing. It's so fast that at times the quick feet and the passing is so fast that at times it doesn't they don't break a sweat to open the face of the goal. They don't have to depend on world class strikes. They have players who can take shots from distance, but they don't have to depend on them, because their attacking passing football is so smooth that whenever there's an attack, there's always 2 or 3 options in the box who can get a tap in, who can score a goal. And also their movement with skills are very, very good. A lot of players in their team. Frankie de Jong controls the midfield. Then there's Weghorst in the attack. Weghorst, that day I was seeing, was trying to pass to Memphis Depay. Memphis Depay missed the easiest chance, whereas Weghorst could have scored. Memphis Depay is also doing the same thing. So it's totally a team game under Frank de Boer. And that's why, even if they are a little bit weak in the defensive sector, I think as the tournament goes on, Matthias de Ligt and Daley Blind, all these players will regroup. And on the aspect of goalkeeping also, they might not be that great, but because they always have, both Italy and Netherlands have this specimen, have this quality of scoring goals out of the blue because of their attack, not on star-studded performance of only one player. Because of the attack, fast-paced football, they can rip apart any team, and they will be a challenge for even France, Germany, Portugal, or maybe Belgium. For now, it's decided that Italy will be playing Austria. Netherlands fixture will be decided very soon, but from the specimen which we have got in the first round, or should I say the group stage, it's very, very promising for Italy and Netherlands. If you find this video promising, please show your love by subscribing to the channel, and also hit the bell icon for all the notifications whenever we upload a video. For now, Argha Bhattacharya is taking your leave. Bye bye.